everyone. Welcome back to my window. She calls it art glass with a unique expression. Artist LarissaSpafford says, glass is my medium, quote unquote, and fire is my tool, creating wearable artwork and beads of her own design and construction. Larissa is here with us today. Hi, you have very cool, you make these little tiny beads that go on the end of, necklaces and whatnot, but how did you get started doing it?
So at first I learned out of a book. A bunch of our friends were making things from glass, and I just knew that I needed to do it because I'd been making jewelry my whole life.
Yeah.
And so I got a book and a torch and just started doing it. And that was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, and when you come, you are one of the artists that are featured in this studio, so you have one of the little shops, if you will.
Yeah.
And when you go back there and look, you have this, I mean, what is it? It looks like laundry tubing coming out of the wall that actually heats up, and you do it right here in the building.
Yeah, the thing that comes out of the wall, that's my ventilation system. So I fire up my torch and all the fumes from the glass get sucked up the ventilation system and out to the outside.
Yeah, so tell me about some of the creations that you make. We have some sitting, I mean, this is really just beautiful work here.
So I make each bead one at a time, and I don't use any molds.
How long does it take you to make one?
It depends. They can range anywhere from a couple minutes for small, simple ones all the way up to about 45 minutes for really big, elaborate ones.
And what's neat is they're all unique.
Yes.
It's like a sand dune. No,
Yes.
None of them are alike.
And then I also make all my jewelry components except for the chains. And I use recycled silver to make my own ear wires and my own pins and the circles that you see.
What do you think about working in this space with all this? I've been talking about this a lot, and I talked a little bit with Carrie yesterday about realizing how many talented people are in this town.
I really like it here.
Yeah.
I like the atmosphere, and it's just a good place to come to work. It's better than being in my studio at home all by myself and not having the feedback and the interaction from people shopping and the other artists.
Yeah, do you get a lot of good feedback from the community?
Yeah, I really do. I love to see someone walk up to my booth and they get a smile on their face.
Yeah.
And that just makes me feel really good and makes me feel like I'm doing my job.
Well, this is kind of a family affair too, right?
Yeah.
Does your husband do this?
Yeah, my husband's also a glass artist. We started the same time, and now our children, we have a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old, and they've both started to do glass work and jewelry.
Really? So if someone comes to the big Crafto fair this weekend, what will we see at your booth?
You will see a range of things from beads for people who make their own jewelry to zipper pulls and a variety of earrings and necklaces and a range of price points.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then work from my husband as well.
Yeah.
And he has some little ornaments and some pendants.
Oh, perfect. Okay, we're going to come here this weekend. You're back in the back corner tucked away, but this is the space isn't too big, but it's kind of perfect. But I think it's great. I love it. And I've been telling everybody, this week, I just think this is a mecca for great Bend, Oregon gifts that are handcrafted, most of them upcycled or recycled. And at the time of year, being the holiday, obviously, it's a good time to come in and buy something from your family elsewhere from Bend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a website?
I do.
What?
It's LarissaSpafford.com.
Okay, perfect. That's a good thing to know. And if you can't get down here this weekend, make sure, or sometime during the weekday, we'll get on your website and buy from there. Thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome.
All right, My Window. We'll be right back.